Benvenuti nella giungla dei graffiti. Questo è Impostore Rockstar, il podcast with Gihareh. Sono il tuo capo. Io sono Chief Gihareh. Alright, so I've been hearing about it for a couple of days about Clipse new album, and so everybody, there's a couple of things that have been mentioned, and now I have not. So I didn't hear anybody else's. I didn't hear like I didn't watch any other videos about what other people thought about the album, whatever. So um, there is. I think it's a Tiny Desk. I'm not sure if it is the Tiny Desk or whatever, but there's the one clip that's been going around with Pusha T. He's like rapping, and so one of the jokes is that Pusha T is he rap like he rap like he in your house, like he's in a room in the house, like come find me now. Which room in the house do you think I'm in now? Right? They say that's how he been rapping. So and it's just funny, right? That's just like a little joke. It's funny. There's one clip of that. There's one clip that's been going around for that. Then outside of like that joke, a lot of people it's been getting a lot of praise. It's been getting a lot of praise for saying like, yeah, all that mumble rap, we over that, we passed that. Y'all gotta like. And so like as I was watching some of the videos, there was this one comment like as you're watching like YouTube videos, like either some time comments are gonna pop up or just certain ones that pop up at certain times. And so one of the ones that popped up was artists have to start treating, rap like the high form of art that it is we getting back to that. So let me get this. No. So just going to like just go ahead and just jump in to like look at the album. The only reason I took this is because like nowadays when it comes on to like music videos and the visuals and just having certain things up, let me see. A lot of people just like make visualizers and things for some of them, and then some of them they actually do like music videos for. So this was like one of the last ones. So one of the things like maybe you can kind of tell, it says each one of them is like Clipse. I just didn't do it. So like everyone is gonna say Clipse, but then sometimes it says Pusha T, sometimes it says Malice. Some like it'll say Pusha T, it'll say Clipse, Pusha T, Malice. Some don't. So all of them say Clipse. Some of them say Pusha T, Malice, along with the Pusha T and Malice, and then like they had other people in there, Kendrick, Nas, Tyler the Creator, and there was one more, John Legend. So the John Legend song is one of the first ones that pop up. The John Legend song is one of the first ones that pop up. I was just taking like clips of this because these were like, well, I don't know what the reference is for all these clips, but I like. Yeah, there's a part of that with some of the shit like they were just visualizers, so they were using like these random clips. I'm pretty sure I should know who this is from or whatever, but the Mike Tyson shit or just football clips. You got, you know what I'm saying? It's throwback. I don't know what this church scene is from. It's probably from, like somebody probably knows what that reference is from. They actually did a music video for this one. Now, this was a song that I thought was decent. This is the one, the Pusha T verse from Chains and Whips. This is the other one that. This is the verse that has been like I think this is the one that's from the Tiny Desk and getting pushed around this and the third is the Pusha T verse from Chains and Whips. So the beat on this one and all that. So a couple things I just wanted to like mention and talk about. So like I just went in and I clicked like the first song, right? The first song was a John Legend song. And as I'm listening to that, so one of the things is, like if you just see a if you just see an album and you see like, oh man, I want to click on this song. Who like you sometimes you look for that. You like, oh man, is this person up here? This person up here? Like sometimes you look for shit like that, right? That's one. So Kendrick wasn't one that I was about to just on the third, like, oh man, but I saw Tyler the Creator, so I'm like, what the hell Tyler doing up here? It was good to see, it was nice to see Nas' name pop up. John Legend, so like the John Legend song, that was the first one up there. I listened to that, but it's cool to like see John Legend's name and then this and the third, but as I was listening to it, I was like, sometimes, and I'm not sure. So as far as like what was the artistic vision and going out about this and third, I like the beat on this song, FICO. But when the John Legend song was there, I was like, I'm not sure. I think a woman could have sung that. And now, mind you, I just kind of like went through, and then if I got to a point, just like I felt like just going to the next song, I just went to the next song. So there was no song that I just sat down and was like, man, I really like, I wanted to listen to this song from beginning to end. And that's just me, and it's just my personal opinion. There was no song up there that I just sat down like, whoa, I want to listen to this one from beginning to end. That's just me, and that's just my personal opinion. There was no song up there that made me just like, I just went through though. You know what I'm saying? I just went through. Now, and in doing even whatchamacallit, right? This is just something I just kind of want to say. I just want to kind of mention. Like, there's like different extremes, balances. Everybody has their own temperament, tempo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for instance, I'm not about, like, so even with, who just came out? Travis Scott. Travis Scott had his old Jack Boys too, and I'm not about to be all that. I don't want to be. I'm not there with that. So, but it's like I heard that Gorilla verse. I'm like, yo, this verse right here was crazy on the beat, and it slid. Like she slid on that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Uh, this one, I think on this one, there were two as far as like beats kind of go. It was, I think I went and got this one. So Be It. So Be It has a decent beat and FICO, like as far as like the beats go. Now, whatchamacallit? So there's something that to be said about certain shit. Things to appreciate. So one of the things that as you listen to some of the songs, this is culturally inappropriate. You're gonna hear that, right? You'll hear that on a couple different songs. Of just so like if even a comedian having like jokes or something like that, and it's like they might set up a joke here and they say it, and then later on they throw that joke back out there. Later on they throw that joke back out there. This is culturally inappropriate. So like you'll hear that, but just going through, right? And again, like so I just told you, there was no song that made me sit there and say, yeah, I want to finish and listen to this whole song. So as I'm going through, you first hit the first song with the John Legend. I thought it was okay. I think they could have used a woman's voice, and it doesn't have to be an extremely powerful woman's voice. It could have been still some chill, but I just think it's not just like I don't think John Legend like messed it up or anything. It was just a woman's voice would have just went there, and that I think again. I didn't listen to the whole shit, but there isn't no. I don't think no women artist is featured up here, and I could go back and like look whatever. But I don't think a woman was featured. You know what I'm saying? So like that's another thing. But that was the first song and that was the only song I listened to mostly with the whatchamacallit. Now then getting to this song, listening to this one. This one has that verse that was performed on the whatchamacallit, and boom. Then so the thing was, after kind of just going through it, what I then started to like I just kept like kind of skipping kind of sort of and just going to different ones. Again, the only reason I got these is because I like, you know, with the visualizers and just like the clips that people use. Like you see this a couple different times. Like Lil Wayne for the Carter Six, he had a visualizer and it's just like these clips that just run through and play. So like they got some of those. These had those vintage vibes, and somebody else has some like when they do like their visualizing, just those random ass clips that just are popping up. Tory Lane's even whatchamacallit. What up? What up? What up? So this is, and again is one of the shit, but like as I was just going through, bruh, this shit kind of like, remember I listened to the first song with the John's Legend shit, right? So that was the most I had listened to any other shits. Then I got to a point like after like a couple songs, I'm like, yo, it's not that they sound the same, but okay, I'm not a person. Some people listen to lo-fi. I don't know what the craze or the whatever the fuck is about lo-fi. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't like that. This shit came across as boring. Like, so I was listening to this shit and it was like, but I'm like, bro, like all these beats is on this. They don't sound the same, but the beats was like just boring as fuck. And I'm not looking for no like no. I don't even know what I was like looking for, but I was just like, yo, and like everybody can have their own opinions about this and the third. Like the Carter Six had terrible beats, and I'm not saying the beats were bad, but it was too. And so, for instance, Jack Boys 2. It's like, you know, if you go listen to Travis Scott and the Jack Boys, and if you go listen to like Travis Scott, like there's a type of vibe and tempo. So like even when he trying to do other branches of music, it still has this like certain type tempo to it. And I was like, yeah, I don't need to always be there, and I don't really care to listen to all that. Like that's the thing, I don't care to listen to all that shit. Um, this is on like they're all like I don't like I don't like again. Lo-fi is a thing and a trend. I don't fuck with that shit. Like I don't like people just be like there's like some music that usually kind of like vibe and this and that third boom boom boom. All of these like this shit was like from one song to the next. I'm like, yeah, but this shit just it was just boring to me. You know what I'm saying? And like I was tired of like again they're not the same beat, but it's on this like trend and like you get like the vibe of this song feels like the vibe of this song. Like the vibe of this song, like there was no variation into the vibe of the song. Like they was just like this one feels like the last one. It doesn't sound the same, but it's the same, and it's like this monotone ass feeling. And so, but when it came down to whatchamacallit, I was like, well, I kind of like FICO. FICO was one that made me kind of stop, and like I the beat for this one was decent, and so be it. These were the two that like I would go back and listen to it again, like even if like just the beat just sitting there going this and the third boom boom. Now, when it comes down to rapping, lyricism, all this that, and the third, right? One thing I'll commend him for in this like because this and I'm just going based off of like that first one. It was like some people they shy away from it, they don't do it, but like storytelling, right? Storytelling is like that's the slick Rick, like walking you through a story or just setting the scene up and however fun that could be or serious and but telling a story. So like that's something that they can do, you know what I'm saying, but it's not saying that they really like focus in on and do that. And that but that's something that's like missing from it's not well it's lacking in what we can call like the rap of today. So for instance, this is why Dochi, however you want to say her name, uh it she did when I think it whichever song it might have been Denial is a River. You know what I'm saying? The when she like first of all, denial. Like denial is a river, as in the Nile River, like the Nile River in Egypt. But denial is a river, like denying something. So, like just the wordplay on the name of the song. But in that song, it's like she has this conversation with her therapist, or she talks about like she does a little bit of storytelling within that and rapping it into it. So like that's something that's like low key kind of sort of missing within today's rap. Like will make something like stand out. So, uh, but there like there's different ways of people how people go about certain shit. So because I'm trying to see if I can make a point here. Because because not all of their rap is like that. Not all of their rap is of storytelling. Now, then there is so you got something like that with the storytelling and whatnot. And so, for instance, one of the things that for I'll just talk about, you know what I'm saying, myself, I just because my opinion is like with Wayne, when Wayne used to rap, like we look for the metaphors, the similes, the analogies, and the wordplay, and having fun. Like the shit with Wayne was like having fun with it almost. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's why some people like you if you like certain people, you just not even gonna listen to it or really entertain. So for somebody like me, I don't like I feel like me I'm not one of the people that think music should be to inform you and to be super deep or anything like that. That's me, right? It should be to entertain. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna be whatchamacallit, if you gonna have uh whatchamacallit, I don't give a don't bring religion to this shit. Don't nobody give a fuck about religion. So um the one thing about so like if you listen to like certain people, then you're clearly not gonna like uh this is me. I don't like Common. Like I don't care who this and the third is and bird. I don't want to listen to conscious rap. I don't want to listen. I don't like that. I don't want to hear like if music is what teaches you shit, we don't need to have a conversation. Like you like, oh yeah, I learned through this. No. This is me in my opinion. I don't listen to music to learn shit. Like I read books, I look at other like watch a video, this and that, but I'm not going to music to learn shit. I don't look for music to have any type of consciousness. And they're like, oh, talk about some financial literacy. Financial literacy is a clickbait ass term that nobody really understands. Nobody is financially literate. Nobody actually has actually broke this shit down to have some practical steps. So, like, they're like, oh, Jay-Z had, like, when Jay-Z had the little 444 album, so, bro, I do not give a fuck about certain levels of, like, I don't, like, that's not why I listen to music or whatever. Now, I say those types of different raps or whatever, because, like, with this one, um, so, see, even with, like, Nas, like, so, I didn't get to the, like, oh, I'm gonna get there. So, um, the one thing is, and like there are like when something's being relatable or I'm trying to figure out like because the thing about I'm gonna just talk about them since it's what you call it, right, is like you say a bar and you reaching, it's like yeah I understood but it didn't land well, you know what I'm saying, it didn't it's in a third. So it almost comes across as if like every time you're trying to say something, you're trying to say a bar, and it don't really gotta be like for me, it don't really gotta be like that, right? Or and like just having certain things. So like with the battle rappers, they used to talk about this shit, right? And they were like, yo, like there is a level, like they used to call out Charlie Clipse on this, of like how he's setting up punchlines. Um, and they can see how the nigga like the way you set this shit up, niggas can see it coming from a mile away. But like sometimes, like I think there's a level with that, like having certain punchlines, like when Drake says they still sing my songs like kumbaya, kumbaya. Like if you want to hear some of my lines, niggas will niggas will take my lyrics and use that as shit as Instagram captions. Like it really be I think there's a level of just being able to have like a certain like mix. So I can appreciate saying like, yeah, like The whole mumble rap, that's not present in this. You know everything that they're saying, and sometimes they even gave you with the lyric shit. Like we putting the lyrics right here, so you can see the lyrics of what was said. There's no questioning about none of that shit, right? Um, but they're used like I just that's why I just think there should be a variance in level when it comes to like rap. There should be like just say some basic ass shit. Or, you know what I'm saying? And then every once in a while you can throw out that whatchamacallit for this and that third. But some of the whatchamacallits come across as like, oh, you trying too like and there's the thing, like, bro, you trying too hard to whatchamacallit, bro. Like, or like it ain't gotta always try to be like to think too motherfucking hard about the shit. Now I didn't. It was nice to see Nas's name pop up. I didn't really couldn't listen to the whole song because they was sitting here like, and this is why I sit here and say like, I don't want to say that the album was boring, but I'm sitting here like going from one song, like it's giving me the same vibe. This one feels just like this one, and so like, it don't, you know what I'm saying? It like to resonate with me. I'm like, yo, like, bro, like it was a good few songs. I'm like, bro, it just feel like boom, 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 just feel like boom, 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 like. And so now, like the first one that sat there and kind of made me stop was this one. That when I was sitting like, all right, let me just go to the next one. Let me just go to the next one. Boom, let me just stop. So I didn't even listen to hear like what Nas's part was or how he went about. You know what I'm saying? I would probably have to just go back for that. Whatchamacallit. But I feel like the reason I may have stopped was just because like the beat probably just felt like as similar as like the rest of these beats, you know. So I can say like, yeah, it did feel like a project in the sense of like, okay, you seeing like some themes or, you know what I'm saying, this and that third. It's not of the mumble rap and this and so it is one of like boom. But and this is why it's like this is just my opinion, but I need that. I need some type of variance of like boom, boom, boom. Of like, okay, if you hitting this, if you gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this, like of just like a different types of beats and different whatchamacallit. So like, and I kind of if I would have been doing this whatchamacallit, because like when Drake had I think like the last good Drake album was the CLB, Certified Lover Boy shit. And so one of the things about that was he was he was like, I'm trying to cater to all my fans. You know what I'm saying? Like I have so many fans from this, like this and this, that. So like me to have a whole album of different just and so you could at least see like and so like with this, when Drake did that, it was like, okay, I understand why you did this song. Why you did this song? Like, you just put me onto a whole nother artist I ain't never even heard of, and from this sector, and oh, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you at least gotta like, whether you like it or not, you like, okay, this was for these type of people, this and the third. So like, with this one, there's no variance. There's not a for me, it's not enough. If that's what the one thing, if I'm saying trying to say about this, it's not enough variance. It's not enough variance in the album, and that's one of those things that like with like I said with uh the Jack Boys Travis Scott shit, right? Jack Boys 2, it's like if you're going to listen to somebody, like there is like no, you know what I'm saying, like with the beats and whatnot, like all those beats are just up here amplified, boom boom boom. With this one, all these beats are just kind of like just down, like it's that lo-fi shit. Maybe it's like all just chill ass shit. It's just like, you know what I'm saying. um and so for me, I needed some like other type of variance within the music. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I feel like, and you see what I'm saying? Like your delivery cannot be the same in every song and every album. You see what that's one of my like my that's why I keep talking about variance. Like your delivery cannot be the same, and you know what I'm saying? That's like my knock against whatchamacallit. Like, that's why I'm like, yo, this shit kind of boring, bro. Like, um, and so for instance, somebody, division. If you wanna sit here and you wanna talk about this and that third, so you can kind of understand what I'm sitting here trying to say. Division, DVSN. If you listen to their album, bro, like I think they had that last one. It was like amusing her feelings. You know what I'm saying? And for me, like if there's just like a couple Division songs, you know what I'm saying, and I just think that that's one of the things, bro. Like even if you gotta go for like, and again, the beats on here aren't bad. It's just not variance. That's my whole kill. That's my thing. When it came down to this, it was just like, bro, I don't have another word for that. I don't have another word for that. Right now, and because you know, like if you're down, if you understand music, even like if you start delving into music where you understand like I remember like beats per minute or hertz, like HERTZ. If you understand beats per minute and hertz and whatnot, I might have to go look it up. I might have to go look it up, but um, it may be like they may all be on this whatchamacallit, like you see what I'm saying? I hope really that's my only thing. When it comes down to the beats, I don't think the beats are bad. I just think they all give the same feel. And they don't sound the same, but I just be like, it gives the same vibe as this last song. It gives the same vibe as this last song. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there was no switching up on some shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's a way to do it. And the reason I mentioned like the Division shit is because of there was one song. It's a song with Summer Walker, but the song that when you listen to the album, the song before it like runs into it, and then this one like picks up, but it picks up with that, and it kind of changes the beat, and it's bunch of called. And so like you be like, bro, like project, bro, like they was working on the project and kind of like switching shit. Like, bro, it'd be different. Like Tory Lane's last project or his last album kind of had like a similar thing too. Tory Lane's project, the Peterson, it was almost like it kind of almost did that too. Like you can see like, oh man, this one song kind of just ran into another one, and but they kind of like built the beat and made it go into another direction. And so this almost gave like it gave the like you can tell like there's some intention behind this and the third, but every song you this you sound the same. It's the same boom, like how you kicking the punchlines, um, how you whatever. It's just like that is the same fucking shit. And so again, matter of fact, there was this one Jane, and they broke down how Wayne literally changed his flow like 3 or 4 times within like one song off of just one beat, you know? And this is what I'm saying, trying to say, like, all of the, it's all of the same. Like, if I go Google the beats per minute on each of these songs, I'm pretty sure like they're of similar fashion and value. I'm pretty sure it stays within a range. And this is one of those things where, like, if there's an artist and whoever the engineer is, as far as like, it's this is like you take a girl to go shopping, and every store that y'all walk into, she picks up a red dress. You're like, well, how is this red dress different from this? She's like, well, this one got a slit in it. Okay. Going to the next store, she picks up another red dress. Well, how is this red dress different from the last one? And it's all a red dress, right? That's what all of these songs sounded like. It sounded like we're gonna let y'all pick y'all beats, and they keep picking the beats of the same whatchamacallit, bro. And this is the same knock that I would say is about the Travis Scott album. This is the same, like, this is the same thing. Um, and so like that's a part. Like if you're gonna, you need to have different shit. So like for conversational purposes, Donda. With Donda, the reason it is one going to have, like, it has, you think about longevity, right? You think about longevity of an album. People don't make classics no more, and things like that. So for me, when Donda had the No Child Left Behind, right? No Child Left Behind. This shit got organs. You see what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It'll hit you on some shit like, bro, this shit got organs on it. And even on some, they was like, somebody broke this down as far as like, so like I said, the whole album gives chill ass vibes. Like maybe just in a third, but when you talk about like ambiance and music that you kind of even just have in the background, it's just be like, damn, I didn't even know this song was playing or this song is on type shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, like Donda would be a good example of go from one song to the next to one song to the next. Like you're not gonna sit here and say, damn, all these songs give me the same feel and the same vibe. Dun, 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 dun. Take the jail shit, we on some rock star shit. You feel me? You went from the organs, you had the rock star shit, like you changing stuff up. You know what I'm saying? These there was not enough, and the only thing my limited knowledge of music, and as far as my vernacular when it comes down to breaking down music, that is what my limited knowledge can sit here and say. There's not enough variation within the types of beats. Flow within the rap. It's not enough of that. That's what it lacks. And the reason why it's so important to like hone in on that is like, yes, it's fine that you can do something, but for me as an artist, and I'm talking about as an artist who actually like paints and draws and things, it is a matter of, okay, if you work with, yeah, you can paint, try acrylics, try watercolors, try gouache. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference between gouache, watercolor, acrylics? Try the oil paintings. Try the shit pastels. Playing with the colors and the vibrations on those palettes and saying like, well, I use the pastels here, I use the acrylics here, I use the gouache here, I use, you know what I'm saying, the oils here. Like I use different mediums. I'm a mixed media artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? I use all of those types of things, and I'm still painting, but the medium in which I'm painting and how I'm this and the third, like I'm switching that shit up. So this is one of those things where it's like, when they talk about the evolution of an artist, like, bro, you never evolved. Like, this would be the knock, like, yo, you never evolved, and like why it sounds like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of those, this is one of those things where it's like, okay, I think that you can rap and you are a lyricist, but try rapping on this type of beat. Try switching your flow up on over here to, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, boom. Like, where is the variation in your style? You know what I'm saying? There. Where's the variation in your style? Whether it's cadence or tempo, or if it's not gonna be that, the beat. You know what I'm saying? Okay, how would you kick it over top of this beat? You know what I'm saying? It is that's for me. That's what it whatchamacallit, bro. For me, that's where. That's why. That's one of the reasons why they for instance will are at a like a cap or you know what I'm saying, in a sense. That would be me. If I was sitting down with them in this and the third, I'm like, bro, This one sounds just like this one. This one sounds just like this one. I just feel like I'm listening to the same goddamn song over and over. And it's not, but why does it give that feel or that vibe? But if this is an unpopular opinion take, so be it. But, and like I just said, like, as I kind of went through, I don't think there was a woman featured on this. Why was that? Just like it was cool to see certain John Legend, Nas, Tyler the Creator, like you pull certain people out. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, instead of John Legend, shit, Rihanna name popped up on that bitch, or if it ain't like a Rihanna, Beyonce, or you know what I'm saying, or you know, on some, like for instance, I don't think Tyler can sing for real. I don't think Tyler's a good singer. She has a very nice body and she can dance, and she barely show off that shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of those, like, if you feel like this ain't a third, like you can write some shit and be like, yo, Tyler, come up here and sing this, and so that people can give you a different vibe and like they know you can really sing. Type shit. Or Chloe Bailey. You know what I'm saying? I think they could have they could have took John Legend off that shit and put Chloe can sing. You know what I'm saying? Put Chloe Bailey on that shit. And that's like, Chloe, we done wrote this, you know what I'm saying? We just need your vibe to come through. Like, she would have some vocals that would just, you know what I'm saying? That would that would elevate that song up. That would elevate that song up. And then I understand. And like, this is, like, it's great to have a varying of opinions. So we can clearly agree to disagree type shit. Like I just said, it's clearly not a masterpiece. It has no variation. One song get the same vibe as the next song. Like, it's not, like I just said, and if I'm giving like points of evidence, if you look at Donda, that shit has multiple songs of different vibes. Every fucking song doesn't sound the same. This shit, every fucking song sounds the fucking same. And you keep rapping the same on every type of beat. This is why there was no growth and evolution in your music. This shit sound like it could have came out in 2005. And we're in 2025. You see what I'm saying? It's those type of things where if you are a true artist, this and third, you try to show some growth. And I understand that you may be on this trying to you combat and fight the trend of where things may be attended or headed or going. But what's it for you? The real proof in the pudding of this and the third is saying, okay, like what Wayne used to do on the drought 1, 2, and 3 is, you know what? I'm taking your beat, I'm gonna rap over it. You know what I'm saying? And this would be some, like, this is why they need to bring mixtapes back. This is why they need to, whatchamacallit, Clipse, and like I said, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, I think you can rap. You know what I'm saying? That's not the whatchamacallit here. You know what I'm saying? It's about showing some type of variation instead of always kicking the, you know what I'm saying, the same. How does every fucking song sound the same, feel the same? So a master class would be saying, you know what? I'm gonna take the top songs from this year and I'm gonna rap over them like this. And I'm gonna kick it to them like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what? That's simple. That's a simple task that any artist could really do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we used to appreciate about Wayne. The drought 1, 2, and 3. That, like, the drought 3 you can put up against them. Whatchamacallit, say, nah, this is a master class on rapping. And this is how you whatchamacallit. You don't look at these shits and be like, damn, like this is some shit that's some memorable ass shit that I'm about to be saying and repeating for years to come. I'm gonna tell my people, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell my kids this was who, this was what. I know you see the Glocks getting money is what we on. Riding drop top in the winter with the heat on. Bad yellow bitch, keep my passenger seat on. Leg hanging out the window, you ain't got these on. Bitch holla, it is Louise. They cannot see me. They are like Stevie. I am bearing a ton like Levy. Bro, it's the shit like on that. It's like, bro, that's what, at this point in day and age, the Clipse should have just took all the top trending ass songs and beats and said, we're gonna drop a mixtape. They didn't have to put this shit out. They could have just took the top trending beats from this past 24, 2025 and rapped over that. And that shows me that you can take what the hell is trending and you can still rap over that and don't got to give us mumble, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the whatchamacallit is about the mumble shit. But all of the shit sounds the same. And so what I'm saying right then and there is what you cannot push back against. If you go listen to outside of the John Legend song, right? From that John Legend song until like the next until like this one, and like I just said, so be it. You know what I'm saying? All of them shit you be like, damn it gives the same fucking vibe and feel as the last fucking song. There's no variation in these songs. They all sound the fucking same. And they're not the same beat. And you keep rapping the same fucking way. It's shit like that. It's shit like that. That's shit that you cannot sit here and say, you can't give me any pushback on that. You can't give me any pushback and say, well, no, 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 no. This shit sound like the last one. It give you the same vibe and feel. And if the songs didn't have names, this the point. Okay, this just drives the point home here. I'll let you listen to one song, right? Come back a week later. I'll play a totally different song for you. Come back a week later, play another song for you. If you had to listen to one song each week, like, this shit sound the same as last week. You're like, nah, it's a different song. This shit sound like last week. Bro, simple as that. Simple. That's simple. You gotta break it down for niggas. You gotta break it down for niggas. Simple as fuck. That's simple, bro. That's what some artists, that's where like they kind of lose you because you're like, well, why are they going from this beat to this beat to this one? You know what I'm saying? But at least they're switching this shit up and it has your attention. This shit, you get lost in this shit like, what the fuck? Where's the variety? Where's the spice of life? Ice Spice. Like, bro, this is that, bro. This is that, like, and yeah, bro. Like that'll be I'm gonna have to be the one. And like I said it's okay. I'm not saying the shit is bad, but I mean, hold up. Well, we all love the scale of 1 to 10. Listen to it. How often would you be listening to it? What if? How often will you be like, yeah, I'm gonna continue to. What if you gonna put this up against what? What are you gonna put this up against and say like, yeah, I'm gonna continue to listen to this over what? Over what song? You know what I'm saying? And it's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that, bro. And if I'm naming any other in some just, and I know it may be kind of whatchamacallit, but like I just said, there is like, you know, there's a part of trending classic, you know. But I'll be confident enough to say that this isn't better. This wouldn't be better than Donda. This wouldn't be better than Certified Lover Boy. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't better than the mixtape, the Drought 3. You know what I'm saying? The Drought 3 can be put up against like a lot of this shit, but that's what I'm saying about this shit, bro. Um, I'll speak. No, I ain't gonna say that, but like, yeah, bro, like.